Welcome back, folks, to Tales of Equestria, the broken and bleeding heart. I am your host and DM, Lord Lucan. Going from left to right, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. And man, it's been a little while. Who are you playing as?
I am playing Luminescent, the changeling who, at this point, is about to change the world and improve everything as usual. Quite excited to see where we're going with this. You're right, it has been a little while since we've had any chance to actually move along with stuff. So, looking forward to a good game.
Excellent. Blizzard Star, comma.
Hello, I'm Kama Divider. I'm playing as Blizzard Storm, my unicorn character who is the brother of my previous character, Snowcom. He just hopes to further his magical expertise, make new friends, and hopefully become a hero just like his brother is. And I am so glad to come back and play with you guys. This has always been a fun time.
It's been a while. Welcome back. Welcome. And Chris, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and who are you playing as?
And I'm Chris, and I am Summer Heart, formerly the pony with no name, male earth pony and survivor from the village of Sunnytown in the Everfree Forest. Escaped from a terrible curse that consumed every pony while outside town. He had lost all sense of happiness and joy in the heart, and never spoke a word nor showed much emotion. And despite that darkness, he was still kind and helpful and did what was right. And he eventually faced his fears and has now finally found peace, as well as his name and his cutie mark.
Excellent. Can anybody tell me what happened last time?
Oh, where do we begin? We were stumbling upon a fight between three demons: the demon of greed, wrath, and I believe despair.
Close, cruelty.
Or cruelty.
Yeah.
And at first we just let them have, a little fight, let them duke it out, and then we decided to join in on the fight.
Excellent. Were you guys winning or losing?
It can be either or right now, but if it gets too one-sided, we will retreat as we are still in a good spot.
Relatively speaking, yes. There are currently 3 armies who have engaged in combat. However, since they broke their camouflage and made themselves well aware, the armies have been splitting up and dividing into different categories. Here in the middle seems to be the main battle, the conflict. Starting at the top of the round, Luminescence, it is your turn. You are down here, surrounded by 2 pigs with maces who are battering at you. A flesh beast is coming to consume you. They have frostbite on them because somebody froze the entire battlefield one time. They have frost on them, so something to be aware of. They are suffering from conditions. What do you do, Luminescence, as the pigs and flesh beast tear at your flesh, trying to hammer you with their maces? What do you do? Luminescence, it is your turn. You are currently right here, kind of like in a tree, not in a tree, because they spotted you. Are you with us, Luminescence? Going once. Going twice.
Oh, he muted, so you probably fixing his mic right now.
or they DC'd. They're currently on roll 20. We will skip ahead. Summerheart, it is your turn.
Well, considering there's a beast right in front of me and Violet, I will simply respond with an attempt to kick it.
Sure. Let's go ahead. Flesh beast. Beast. I'm pretty sure it's a D12.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we are. You attempt to kick it. It defends itself with a body. It is a roll-off. Reroll. I got to roll a natural 1. Tell me how you deliver 11 points of damage, and because it rolled a natural 1, tumbles down into the pit. Takes 11.
Just doing what my cutie mark has helped me discover, protect others, including Violet here.
Excellent. The pig skirmishers, I believe they weren't targeting you, but they were looking at the giant tentacle monster that has been attacking them. Skirmishers, there we go. They begin chucking their spears at it. 1, 2, 3. Then, what is it? It is the tentacle. Have to beat an 8. Is a shadow. It's kind of funny that there are multiple tentacles. Like, oh my lord. There we go. It defends itself with a body. Spears slam into the creature, but it just simply shudders the spears away. It begins pounding away at the creatures in front of it with its multiple attacks. 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's a 15. The skirmishers defend. Pretty sure it was a hit or miss. I'm pretty sure that's what I was doing instead of going full out on this. Yeah, one of the pigs kind of like screams as one of the tentacles just crush it under its mass. 0. Yeah. It is currently unconscious. There we go. The shadow minions help support attacking the imps up top. They're going to take their turn to move. The flesh beasts, it is their turn. This one stands up, shakes itself off, and comes running back at you, Summerheart. The other one, let's see here, has a lovely selection. 1, 2, it'll be luminescence. 3, 4, it'll be a pig. It attacks the pig. Oh, I'm pretty sure we all know what it's trying to do. The beast on poor Summer. Flesh beast. Talk about a battle. It attempts to bite you and grab a hold of you, Summer Breeze. It's a 9. You defend yourself. Tell me how you defend yourself.
Just a quick dodge out of the way.
And defend. The flesh beast attempts to attack the pig, but misses. Next. The pig imps were shooting at you, are now changed their attention onto the shadow minions that seem to be creeping up on them. The pig imps begin blasting them with their magic. These are cruel. No, these are greed. Pig imps. They begin blasting them. Everybody who has a magical, I guess you guys already have identified this. That's a D4 and it's crit. And it hits. One of the shadows go down as like one of the pigs blasts it with magical powers, and one of them just falls and collapses in on itself. The chaos of battle continues. 0. Blizzard Star, it's your turn. It is a fine mess.
Okay. I'm going to try and use my magic again to entrap the most. What's hard word for that? Create a blizzard again.
Sure. Where would you like to create this mass?
Well, I would love it to have it spread out the entire battlefield.
Including your companions?
Mm,
Something you can do, yes, but it also affects your companions. Remember that. The lines are not as clear as they once were.
I guess I can blast the pig skirmisher, blast him with an ice beam.
Sure.
Or wait, is the flesh beast right next to be dead?
Where are you currently located? I'm trying to find you on the map.
I'm at the battlefield where I'm right next to Violet's side and those two flesh beasts.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you guys are kind of on top of each other, occupying the same space. The beast is currently attacking. Yep. Summerheart, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna help him.
Excellent.
Gonna freeze that flesh beast.
Go for it. Its body is a D12. It's got a 7. That's an 18. Okay.
Wait, D20. Oh, there.
Carl
Don't
Nancy.
question
Yep.
it, just go with it.
It takes all of the damage. Tell me how you freeze this creature in place and it falls unconscious.
Well, when I saw Summerheart being under threat, I knew I had to help him out. So, magic.
Magic. The Shadow Wolves. Where are the Shadow Wolves? There's one Shadow Wolf left. That pig skirmisher went down because the tentacle monster just reached up and grabbed it. It attacks the pig creature and misses. Pig warriors. It has a lovely selection. One's on luminescence, but the other one could attack the flesh beast. 1, 2, it will be you, luminescence. 3, 4 will be flesh beast. It turns its attention to the flesh beast, ignoring you, luminescence, and trusting its companion to handle you. Warrior. It takes this big, massive mace and attempts to knock you unconscious. Swing in for the stars. Stun. Whoosh. I need you to roll me a body as it attempts to clobber you. Clobbering. Well, with a 13, you dodge out of the way. Attempts to hit the flesh beast. And misses. Luminate. Oh, it is a special turn. Let's see here. What is he going to do? Yeah. He's going to do this. No, he still hasn't figured it out yet. Luminescence is your turn. Top of the round.
Excellent. Okay.
Technically, you get 2 turns. Because you were here but not here. Yep. What would you like to do?
I would like to maneuver into... Oh, we are getting some echo. That's a one. So yeah, I want to take out the big beast in the center there.
Right there. Okay.
And we're going to see if we can get to a better firing position. So we're hiding behind the trees right now, but
Sure.
I'd like to maneuver over to the edge of the pit there and see which creature is coming closest to me right now.
Well, currently the pig warrior is engaged in combat with you, while the other pig warrior is engaged with the flesh beast. They're kind of fighting each other while one's just trying to bash you in the head. So this pig right here is trying to smash you. This pig is trying to smash the flesh beast.
Okay. Well, we'll probably finish off the one that's trying to smash me first.
Oh, okay. Pig warrior.
I didn't realize quite how close they were.
Oh, they're on top of you.
So, yeah, apparently. So let's make some roast ham.
Do it. How are you doing this? Are you firing them up? Okay. So it rolls a 3, you roll a 17. Tell me how you roast this little piggy.
Well, being that it's so close, and you don't really have to aim very much, you can just start a nice little flame style going and go up and down, covering all of the vital areas. I don't think that pig had a lot of chance at that point.
No, just trying to stun you and just goes up in flames. Summerheart, it's your turn.
I'll see if I can make my way down here.
Up on this cliff, you can barely see it. 2 imps have been firing away at you.
So if I can maneuver here,
Yep.
can I get a kick at one of them right there?
Yes.
All right. Kick at that one.
Which imp is this? It is a D4. Okay. Oh, let's see if you hit. Yep, you hit. 13. Oh, he's still up. You kick him in the head, right? And he's like staggered. And he's like blinking at you, but he is not down.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Skirmishers. I don't think any. Oh, 1 skirmisher's left. He targets. Let's see here. 1, 2. Well, actually, there's 1 left. So he would be cowardly, and let's go ahead and do a morale check for him, because you don't want to die, or get eaten, or fight that damn big tentacle monster. Let's go on a morale check. Nope, he's gone. This pig skirmisher, seeing that he is way outclassed and his companions are getting overwhelmed by this giant tentacle creature, he starts running away. The tentacle monster has a lovely selection here. He could go up, he could go down, or he could go to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, he goes north towards the nightmare. 3, 4, he goes towards luminescence. 5, 6, he heads south towards the imp pigs. So let's go ahead and roll it. He goes south. Okay, he starts climbing up the hill to the south, changing the dynamics of the battlefield. You hear the whimpering and squeals of pigs as this massive creature begins climbing up the rocky bluff. Shadow minions continue their assault on the pigs. They finally make it to where they need to be. They attack. They miss. Flesh Beast. He's currently engaged with a warrior. See if he hits. He misses. Okay. The pig imps. There's going to be 2 blasts at you, Summer, as the cruel imps begin blasting you. Cruel imps. Before I identify this is stun rays, 2 of them. 1, 2. No, that's 1. Oh, that's a crit. 1 crit. I guess that's the reroll, so it's a 10. Technically, it'd be an upgrade. Let's go ahead and upgrade it. Yeah. Defend yourself, Summer Breeze, as... Oh, it's a roll-off. Interesting. They once again blast you. Oh, with a 10. Defend yourself. 17. Yeah, I mean, I can try. I can try. It's an upgrade dice. It becomes a 12. Yeah. No. Tell me how you're just too OP for these poor little imps.
I'm just dodging, bob and weave.
They fire at the shadow minions. And they hit. Do they hit, though? They actually miss. So one of the, into the south, you see 2 pig imps blasting away the shadow minions. However, it should have hit, but it went through their gaseous spiritual form and doesn't land. Blizzard Star, it's your turn. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to move forward towards Summerheart.
Okay. You see what appears to be 2 imps firing away at him, blasting them with their magic. What do you do?
I also see Luminescence having some trouble with the Pig Warriors and another plus beast.
Well, the one that was after him got cooked. Now the Flesh Beast and the Warriors seem to be like smashing away at each other, ignoring the Changeling for now. Who knows how that's going to go?
I'm going to help my friend and freeze all these imps behind, below him.
Do it. Which imp are you targeting? There's 2 of them. This would be
the one nearest to me.
he has 1 HP left. Yep. Okay, tell me how you knock him or freeze him in place.
I just saw him like, you're gonna get frozen.
Yep. Like a real quick, and he's frozen solid. The other one's like, it's going, well, on their turn. Let's do a morale check. It's the Shadow Wolf's turn. There's 1 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. He could go after Shadow Beast, he could go after Pig Warriors, or he could go after the Pig Imps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 would be the Flesh Beast. 3, 4 would be the Pig Warriors. 5, 6 Imps. Okay, you can. So all the shadows seem to be gathering here on top of this mound right here. They don't seem to be paying any attention to you, and they're just relying on cruelty to take care of you, apparently. They crawl up. Pig Warrior, he smashes away at the Flesh Beast. Warrior. Tries to stun him. Flesh Beast, wow, that's terrible. Come on, guys. Gotta be better than that. Defends himself. Needs to beat a 7. Does not. With like this massive blow, the Pig Warrior smashes the skull of the Flesh Beast, knocking it unconscious. It turns to look at you, Luminescence, with like a grunt, like, knowing that you will be next. As a matter of fact, it can still move, so it's just going to walk up to you with its bloodied mace, right? Luminescence, it's your turn as it like grunts and walks towards you.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get airborne here.
Sure. How high are you flying?
I'm going to go to about, let's go with 10 meters, well out of range of the pig.
So we want to go 15 feet in the air?
About 30 feet, yeah.
Oh, 30 feet, okay. So you're, go ahead and give me a fly
10
check.
meters, yeah.
Yep, go ahead and give me a fly check.
Yep. Over here, and yep, that's the body.
That's a 2. Would you like to keep that
not
too?
Good.
Yep. I believe the minimum is 4.
No,
Yeah.
Yes, I think a re-roll is in order here.
Sure, yeah, go ahead. Okay. You're wibbly wobbly, but through the power of friendship, you make it. The pig grunts at you, waving its mace, threatening at you, but doesn't appear to be able to get to you. Anything else, Luminescence?
Well, I'm going to shoot back now.
Sure.
That was just a move, so. So try the. Let's see. How high is it above the pit?
Okay. So can I reveal everything?
From this position, I should be able to have a pretty good view.
Let's go ahead and reveal everything. Yep. That do it? There we go. Okay.
Yep.
So from above your aerial view, you see that this is a huge battlefield. Several corpses lay around. You can see the commander of the forces of cruelty leading its troops. You see what appears to be a large mantis creature that has fallen. A giant tentacle creature right here that's just like tearing up the battlefield. You see a flesh hound right here, cruelty imps here, and some sort of commander or something right here. Roll me a mind, see if you can.
Okay.
Yes. You've identified this creature as a magical nightmare. Did you identify it? No, not all the way. You've seen some of its magic. You've seen it do stun ray and telekinesis and teleport, or attempted to teleport. You haven't identified everything about this creature, but you know some stuff about it. Anything else, Luminescence?
Oh yeah, I was just going to take a quick pot shot at the pig from the air.
Sure, yeah, go ahead. I believe it is a pig warrior. It is a body. It's a 12. It's crit. Let's go ahead and upgrade its dice. Okay, it didn't upgrade. Let's see, how much damage? 15. It is still up.
Okay.
Summerheart, it's your turn.
That one is. Okay, that one got knocked out. So then I'm going to take a step down here and attempt to kick at the other imp.
Do it. Cruel imp.
And I will actually spend 1 token to reroll.
Yeah, go ahead. He defends himself bravely with his die 4. Interesting. Tell me how you crit this. Well, how's the power of friendship tell you to beat the crap out of this poor little imp?
Yeah. I'm not a killer, but I'm just gonna just give him a headache to last until the next year.
Definitely do that. Because of that critical success, would you like to do anything else movement-wise while you're like you like kick him, smash him against the wall, and like tell me what else happens as you continue moving?
I'm just gonna hold my position here to help Blizzard, so we can work together as a team.
Excellent. The pig skirmisher is running away. Runs down the hill towards the exit. It's the tentacle. It is going to hit or miss. It misses. Shadow minions, hit or miss. Hits. See if the pigs defend. The pigs defend. Flesh beast. Seeing the opportunity to run up here, you know what he's going to do. Seeing a corpse upon the ground, he begins to attempt to eat it. Just a D4.
Well, we can't have that.
It fails to eat the corpse, and the corpse goes missing. It attempts to, but fails. Imps are gone. Can take those off. Oh, actually, they're still here. They're going to blast. You see here. Let's see if they're smart and run away. They have pretty good morale. They might stick around. No, they're going to disengage. They see their pig skirmisher running away. They're going to start running, and as a matter of fact, they're going to attempt to cast invisibility as they're fleeing. Okay. Should work. Both of them disappear. They're actually pretty small. Disappear. And move them into the shadows. Okay, there we go. Blizzard Star, is your turn.
Okay. So what do we have here?
This flesh hound comes running around the corner and attempts to eat one of the corpses that you had just knocked unconscious. It fails to do so. It's just like... It's greedy, gluttonous.
Yeah, no. Freezing that beast.
Sure, go ahead. There's a flesh hound. D8. Oh my lord. Tell me how you knocked this creature unconscious.
When I saw the flesh beast trying to eat that corpse, I immediately went, nope, not dealing with any evolved evolution with these things. It just knocked it out. Well, makes a frozen solid, but...
Excellent. I think we can take them off. The Shadow Wolves, let's see here. See if they can identify, if they have a sense for tracking down invisible critters. Actually, they don't. Interesting. Okay. The DC is 8, and they track them down. Holy my god. The Shadow Wolf chases after the imps. The imps are bewildered as the Shadow Wolf attacks them. With a 7, 4 hits. Well, that's possible. Upgrade. A 8. Okay. Okay. So the imps are not caught off guard, right? As the Shadow Wolf leaps down from the hill and attempts to attack their invisible forms. One does get bitten, and it screams, but it's not like it's a surprise or anything like that. It takes 7 points of damage as it squeals. You can hear the squeal of the wolf latching onto the critter. Seeing that it can no longer target you and has no ranged attack, let's see if it's smart. It's a warrior, so it's not too particularly bright. It's smart enough to be like, yeah, you know what? The big tentacle monster, the flying changeling, and the big blasts of rays, I'm bugging out. And I'm injured. Yep. He starts running for the exit. Luminescence, is your turn. Oh, wait. He still has to do something. Let's see here. Attempts to cast a spell. It works. Zoop. Luminescence, is your turn.
Well, okay, let's see.
The commander that you were watching, right? As the last of his companions fall, he's like, no, I'm out, and he teleports away. It's your turn, Luminescence.
Do we see where the commander teleported to, or is it just gone?
You can roll me a mine. The DC of it would be 17.
Oh, well. Guess we could try it. I'm not sure that's really that important.
Right, sure, yeah, that's not important.
We've still got a battlefield full of enemies.
Oh, yes, very much so.
So let's take a quick look, and if I can find him, great. Otherwise, not so much.
So what are you doing? You're currently 30 feet in the air. The pig that you were firing at's running for the hills. There's a giant tentacle monster surrounded by shadow minions and a shadow wolf chasing after the imps. They are currently not focused on you, currently.
Are there any enemies that are currently attacking myself or the party?
No. They seem to be all engaged in themselves. However,
Okay,
if you do make yourself a target, you're probably going to get targeted.
Right, so my first objective here is going to be to fly over and find my companions.
Sure. You fly over to your companions. They are currently, I think, in decent condition.
That's good to hear. So, folks, do we want to continue to fight this battle? Or do we want to make our getaway while they're busy fighting each other?
Let's see here. Our enemy is cruelty, right?
Indeed.
Let's see who else among cruelty is here.
All the forces of cruelty have been vanquished. The leader of them teleported away after the last of the minions fell. And currently the triumph of this battlefield appears to be despair, as his shadow demons begun running amok over the other forces.
Well, I'm not saying that we shouldn't do nothing against the other two evil forces. Our quest involves cruelty. So with that out of the way, now would be a good time to retreat.
Excellent.
Okay.
It is currently the middle of the night.
And probably make despair weaker.
So we can sneak away under cover of darkness here?
Let them fight it out. We've gotten what is our enemy out of this.
Well, our immediate enemy anyway.
Right.
Excellent.
Okay.
We were chosen to deal with cruelty.
Let's go, let's continue toward our destination then. We ultimately need to make it to the gift giver's cottage, so.
Indeed. By the way, by backing away, who is injured among us? I'm currently at 28 of 40. Is there anyone who needs healing more than me?
I think I took 7 damage at some point.
Let's try this. Let's just do our quick check
Okay.
for every
Excellent.
pony here. What is every other pony standing at currently?
I'm at full health.
Just type it out. Okay, Blizzard, you're in great shape. And Luminescence, you said you were like only at 7. You took 7 of what? So, what's the math?
Well, 7 from my starting point, which is about 40.
Okay,
So that would put me at 33.
You're at 33 of 40.
I'm fine.
Pilot goes. Okay, well, I took a little bit of a beating there. So, I just don't use this very often as much as I should. Granted, I can only do it once. But for the moment, I'll hold on to it. My healing touch. This is just. No, I'm not going to do it even for presentation. Let's get out of here.
Well, where are you heading?
Back to the main trail, whatever we were taking, towards the Gift Giver's Lodge.
Excellent. You are currently here in the frozen north. Your party is literally one day out before you guys begin resting at Equestria.
I think that's something of a tradition at this point. We go out, immediately get into trouble.
Much. By the way, let's continue on this way. Stay on the main road.
So you guys know that the Gift Giver's Lodge, the Prince Rutherford, told you that the Gift Giver's Lodge is over here.
Exactly. So we're making our way over there, just sticking to the main road.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and clear all this out. Exit that out. It is currently morning. What do you guys do to make preparations for the shift ahead? You guys have sleds. The Yaks gave them to you, and warm weather clothes, along with assortment of goods and treasures you have found along the way.
We'll just bundle up properly. And let's see here. We got the sled, so we can put our supplies on that. Just pull them along or use them to sled whenever we have to go downhill on anything.
You guys may have moved twice over snow due to the sleds that the Yaks gave to you.
Well, let's do so. Let's cover as much ground as we can. We'll just move two over, sticking to the main trail as best we can.
I need 2d20 rolls, to see if there are any encounters.
I will make these 2 rolls.
Right?
2 and 18.
Okay, so something bad and something good.
Well, I thought they were supposed to be 100.
It's not. No, that's for the encounters. So give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Your guys are currently on Snow Woods. And it's not D. Okay, I need you guys to roll me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll me a D10.
I will make the same roll.
It is a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, interesting. Okay. Why are they up here? Interesting. Okay. This is the bad. As you guys are mushing along, I need everybody to roll me a mind as you see these creatures in the not completely foresty, not completely grasslands / snow. Need everybody roll me a mind. Let me see if they have any interest in you. This would be the GM layer. It'd be a 4. Oh, okay. You see them, and they don't even notice you. In the forest, in the low shrubbed forest, in the distance, you can see, actually everybody can see. You can see 2 of them fighting. That's how you hear them. And there's a loud roar in the distance. Oh. Copy and delete. Token layer, paste. You see what appears to be 2 manticores currently engaging in a territorial tiff. They're not even paying attention to you, but they're a racket. Well, they rolled a natural 1. You can hear them through the forest. Their roars and bellows of territorial dispute. They're currently over here. You should be able to see them. In full view. They're not paying any attention to you whatsoever. What do you guys do as you encounter these wild beasts of the north?
Well, I, for one, have no affinity, no animal affinity. I cannot think of any way to communicate or reason with them. So my decision is just to leave them and move on because it's not our concern.
Yes, and we might as well just keep on moving.
If we had Fluttershy with us or someone was more skilled with animal empathy, then I thought we could try something, but since I don't think any of us has that, it would be pretty reckless to try and get involved in an animal dispute.
Okay.
And I'm just hoping that they'll fight for a bit, but they'll eventually, like a lot of animals, they'll just go their separate ways eventually and not kill each other. That's what animals do. They fight. Sometimes one might kill the other, but other times they'll just go their own ways. The one is defeated. They'll get the message.
It doesn't matter. We need to get to our destination. We can't be stopping for everything going on.
Indeed.
Okay. So remove those. The group pushes on past the manticores. And then you rolled an 18, correct? And then
Correct.
it's not a story. It would be which one? Nope, that's the Everfree Forest. This one would be the Grass and Snow. Roll me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll me a D10.
One more D10 coming here.
This is a good one. It's a 1. Interesting. Oh. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see here. Where are you at? You're over here. You need to come with me. Cute. Very cute. Okay. It is getting towards dusk. As you what appears to see, let's see if they even notice you. It's quite open. It's a D4. It's a 2. Okay, interesting. You see what appears to be 2 bears. Eating some honey. They don't seem to be minding you much attention, but are eating the honey as before them.
Well, okay.
Again, we just let them be. They are wild animals after all. Let's just don't bother them either.
I need you all three to roll me mind.
So,
Is it hive? Beehive. I will move that hive. Let's see here. Summer Heart, you don't think of it. Luminescence, you don't think of it. And you should have one more. An 8. Well, Violet Shy thinks of it. Okay, Violet Shy. Tell me how is it that you remember that the treants love honey in the South Forest? So you guys had encountered treants that destroyed your machinery, but they enjoy the taste of honey.
yeah, those jerks.
It calms them down. Because of your critical success, you're aware of this. The beastly bonsai. That's what you recall them. In particular, you know that swamp fever was the beastly bonsai's curse. And you know that flash bee honey cannot reverse their transformation, but it can calm their spirits. These bears are eating out of the hive. Yeah, we'll do this.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys going to do anything about this?
Oh, is anyone without anyone who can speak to animals or have any kind of animal empathy like Fluttershy? I don't know there's much we can do to communicate with them.
Bears are going to eat honey. That's kind of what they do.
Okay.
Their honey anyway. It would be just be rude just to ask for it when they're enjoying it.
And heck, even Fluttershy can't reason with flash bees.
You have to use their own little tricks just to do other things. So let's just let them be. Hopefully, and if there's a better opportunity in the future, we'll look for it.
Excellent. Night approaches. What are you guys doing that night?
Set up camp.
Excellent. I need
Sleeping.
2 d20s as you guys set up camp. See if anything.
Well, all of us?
We just need one person to roll 2 d20s.
Someone else.
I'll do it.
All right.
Hey, nothing happens that night. Everybody get 1 HP back. The next day, as everybody gets 1 HP back of natural healing, where do you guys go?
Continue on. 2 more. I believe that's the general straight path.
Go ahead and roll me 2 d20s.
Someone else who hasn't done it yet.
I need somebody to roll me 2 d20s. See
All
if
right.
anything important happens. Something bad? Nothing. You are currently in the... Where would this be? Be a mountainside. Actually, that'd be the hills, right?
Well, the path between the mountains.
All right, so I need you to roll me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A d6.
Luminescence, roll a d6.
A 1. Interesting. Let's see if they notice you.
Making that much noise? Probably.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Wow, you guys are lucking out here. In the distance. Let's go ahead and place you guys. As you are going through the hills, in the distance you can hear the ear-shattering, knowing call of timber wolves.
I'm not feeling lucky.
And if they haven't noticed us yet, now would be a good time for us just to keep moving.
Yeah.
Nice. You see them, and they have no idea that you're there. You see what appears to be a pack of roll me a d20.
Anyone?
Nope, that's good enough. You see a pack of 16 timber wolves. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, man.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You see a pack of 16 timber wolves in the distance. What are you guys doing? They are making so much racket that they have no idea that you are there.
Good time to retreat quickly.
What do you guys do?
Keep moving quickly.
That's so I can get away from them.
Due to the racket that they are making, they have no idea that you are there.
Oh, good.
In the distance, you can see their eyes, their glowing green eyes, staring out, but not ever noticing you. It could be two packs gathering together to howl, or who knows what.
They leave us alone.
And perhaps we never will.
They're making so much racket that you go on unnoticed. Night approaches. What do you guys do as night approaches?
Roll a d20.
I need 2 d20s to see what happens that night.
I'll roll it.
7. 12. Interesting. Should I be evil? Should I? Nah, I won't be evil. I won't be evil. The night passes uneventfully, although there are so much that I could have done with that. Yeah, I could have done so much with that. 16 Timberwolves, that would have been awesome. It is the next day. Everybody get 1 HP as they are well rested. The Timberwolves move off into the mountain pass, not paying any attention to you. Go ahead and move yourselves.
Right about there, I think.
Okay, so planes. Go ahead and roll me 2 d20s.
And I will do it this time once again.
Sure. Nothing happens. Night approaches.
Again, we just set up camp and do the usual.
Yep. Just going through the motions here.
Yep, roll 2 d20s. Natural 1, natural 1, natural 1, natural 1, natural 1. I need 2 d20s. Natural 1, natural 1, natural 1.
Someone else roll 2 d20s. I did it already.
2 4s. Interesting. You guys are
No natural ones for you, though.
lanes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 2 d10s. Okay, first one is an 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Interesting. Okay, and then a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all right. Interesting encounters. As night falls upon you, see if it notices you. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it'll definitely notice you. I need everybody roll me a mind. Really? Really? Okay, well. Give me a second, guys. I wonder if the other one notices you, though. That'd be funny. Okay, well, whatever.
Eels are not very observant.
But this one should be. This one is extremely observant. In the field, as night approaches, you see what appears to be the shocking, glimmering body of some sort of long serpent in the distance. Everybody can see it as it is literally doing a sparkler show, bright and shiny, right? I think there's Aurora Borealis above this serpent-like creature. It shocks, and you can see sparks of electricity coming off of it as it begins to dance under the moon. I need everybody roll me a mind in order to identify this creature.
So all three of the gift givers are out here?
No. This is not a gift giver. It's definitely not a gift giver.
Well, I mean, Aurora Borealis, you said.
Technically, yes, but this is the natural Aurora Borealis. Not the actual Aurora and Borealis. But this large, giant, eel-like creature, lizard star, you recognize it as a tri-eyed eel. Seems to be like dancing in the moonlight. You can see sparks of electricity like jetting off of it. What do you do as you watch this beautiful blue creature dancing under the starlight?
Well, since it's not hostile, the ones that are going to
Enjoy the
attack
show.
us, I say leave it be.
Well, you're making an assumption there. What is their general temperament?
With a 13, you're fairly confident that it seems to be doing some sort of dance, some sort of ritualistic dance.
And what is their usual attitude toward strangers or intruders upon its territory?
Roll me a mind. Doesn't seem to be paying any attention to you with its natural 1.
I think that's up to you. I think that's for you, Blizzard.
Yep.
How much do you know about their attitude towards visitors and intruders in its territory?
You know that the tri-eye eel has a third eye, making it exceptionally perceptive of intruders into its territory. It is not a non-intelligent creature. It is actually fairly intelligent. It is, well, I can just tell you its stats.
Well, can you at least tell me if it's going to attack us?
It will, unless provoked, it will not attack you.
Okay.
Well, good.
As long as we
Like
don't
I said, we'll just enjoy the show then.
Might as well.
You watch the show from a distance, fine, but when it's done, let's make a quick retreat.
Oh, all right.
We'll watch the show just from a safe distance. We'll make no move to antagonize it.
It puts on a blazing show for you guys. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do this. It's not very... It doesn't last very long. The show doesn't last very long. Approximately 4 minutes as you watch the tri-eye eel like slither and dance under the moonlight and stars. After about 4 minutes, it begins to like slowly slither away, completely unaware of your presence.
Well, let it go, and let's be on our way.
Well, currently, you guys are sleeping. And then the next one. Okay, see if it pays attention to you guys. Okay, it's 2. Okay, roll me a mind, everybody. This is the second half. Summerheart does not see it. Blizzard Star sees it. Violet Shy sees it. In the distance, you see what appears to be a natural animal. It's some sort of lynx. Summerheart, you do not see it. It rolled a 2 on its stealth. But you see this lynx, the snow lynx, running across the fields, hunting mice. So it's very quiet, fairly stealthy. Does it have that ability? It does, yes. So actually it's 2. Blizzard Star and Violet Shy sees it. I hear the clattering of dishes.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. That was starting to hurt. What you do is you see this lynx hunting across its territory.
Well, I would think that's neat, and then start getting ready for us to leave.
It is currently chasing mice across the field, the snow mice that live naturally here. It is on the hunt. It's a lynx. It's not very big, about 2-3 feet long.
I get that.
Furry little cat creature.
I get that, but I'm still in the mindset of, oh, that's cute.
Okay.
Then just get ready for our Jen.
Excellent. You guys go back to bed?
Well, I don't see anything. I don't see anything, but if there's nothing threatening to us, let's just leave it be.
That's the only interactions that happened that night. It's a brand new day. Everybody get 1 HP back as sun rises. Everybody slept well. I need you guys to move 2 spaces once again.
Right over to here.
It's the mountains. I need 2 rolls.
I'm trying for it to be the path right between the 2 mountains.
Oh, it's designed this way, trust me. It's designed for diversity of areas.
Oh well.
Designed specifically for this. I need 2 D20s.
Well, someone else, since I did the last 2.
When I do it.
Natural one.
You want me to roll D20s?
2 D20s.
Okay, just want to clarify.
Natural one, yes! Yes! That's what I was hoping for. Thank you. Yes. Okay. As soon as you head out, this would be here. That's when story time happens, actually. Let's see here. You are in the forest. No, you're not. You're in the foothills. This would be the foothills leading into the mountains. Luminescence. I need you to roll me a mind.
Oh boy. Okay.
This is actually at a downgrade.
Oh, it's at a downgrade. Okay.
It'd be, which one would it be? You detect the specific pheromones of changeling.
Do we know which direction it's in?
With your 8, yes, you know exactly where it's at. It's some sort of hole in the side of a mountain.
I'm gonna have to investigate this.
That's not it. Come with me, and you'll see this wonderful destination. Where's the beginning? Here. There we go.
Okay.
You guys are currently, let me gather you. You see what appears to be a cliff, right? And the strong scent of changeling calls you, Luminescence.
Okay.
A desire.
Let's go visit the changeling.
A strong desire to become one with a hive.
Oh. I already have one of those.
Do you? Do you?
Oh yeah, they're just not around here. I haven't seen them lately, but
For this encounter, Luminescence, you'll be suffering a downgrade.
well, okay.
As you recall, you currently are suffering from something. Can you recall what it is?
Something about losing the argument with Changeling before, who wanted me to come back to the Hive. Possibly to do something slightly villainous.
Do you remember who that was?
Well, that Changeling died,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And that's why we really haven't been going toward a Changeling Hive lately, but I guess this may have been the one that was being referenced. And actually, part of the reason Luminescence is out here to begin with is to meet other Changelings. So there's that reason involved as well.
Oh, my lord. A massive cliff. Why isn't this exposed? That's weird. Should be explorable darkness. Yes. Reveal. Maybe we should just go with squares. Can you guys see the areas that I'm revealing?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so it is working. Good. You should see what appears to be a bluff. A massive bluff face. In this area, you see Luminescence begin to act differently as he smells the distinct, hidden scent of Changeling. What do you do, Luminescence, as you, I guess, become familiar or recall your hive?
Of course I recall the Hive. And the Hive would like me to go and visit the other Hive and spread the joy of friendship.
Unlike the taste of love, this one has a bitter, darker scent to it.
Oh yes, that's what we need to correct.
What do you do as you approach your distant cousins?
Well, I'm going to wave at them.
You see nothing. Only a changeling's eyes can see or scent this hidden passageway.
I'll just keep following the path, the pheromone path.
Sure. Is everybody else going to follow Luminescence?
We're sticking together. I don't like the feel of this place, but we're not splitting up.
Indeed.
This place is cold and unforgiving, much like your hive once was when Queen Chrysalis was in charge. Who knows what this hive has in store for you, Luminescence?
It could be a bit rough. The changelings under Chrysalis suffered mightily, though. And so too will these changelings, if we don't do something about it.
How do you approach this?
Well, going to it's a little bit tricky. The inter-hive diplomacy is not something that's been done a lot. Usually they don't like to interact too much with outsiders. Well, I guess we'll knock on the door.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me a mind, Luminescence. Remember, you were suffering from a downgrade here. Everything's fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Couldn't be happier. I think,
yeah, of course it is.
I think you're, what is it, pheromone drunk? Is that what it's called? Pheromone drunk, where you're like, changelings get too drunk off of like happiness and joy, right? The scent of changelings just overwhelms you, and you're like, yes. And you just, you know how like Bugs Bunny like smells like a pie, and you know how he lifts up in the air and floats towards the pie?
Or a carrot.
Oh, yeah.
Or a carrot, yeah, or a carrot. This is the exact same thing that we see here.
Okay.
All right.
I give him a weird look, but still follow along.
Luminescence, you just start, crawling in through the small 5x5 tunnel. Pheromone drunk, happy to find your brother and kin. You start crawling through the short, narrow passageway leading the way.
Coming, Blizzard and Violet.
Yeah.
Stay close together.
The pheromones here are intoxicating, right? As you continue to float. Not necessarily on your own accord, but just following the scent of a new life, a new hope, a new adventure.
Yes, I can finally fulfill my quest.
In the distance, everybody but Luminescence, who seems to be going back to a more feral, unnatural state of a changeling. Roll me a mind as you circle around this corner.
You said everybody but Luminescence.
Correct. Luminescence is currently intoxicated by the smell of pheromones, changeling pheromones. Blizzard Star, you're starting to get like a little lost in this place, a little tipsy of the toxic pheromones as well. Would you like to keep that one?
I kind of want to re-roll that.
Okay, yeah. I obtain 1 token of darkness. The pheromones here are quite strong after all. You are in a hive.
Yes, delicious, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. In the distance, you can see changeling workers going about their business tending the hive. Luminescence seems to be just like, la 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 la, I belong here, I'm not doing any stealth, I'm not sneaking, I'm just going to march in. This is my home, it has always been my home. And yeah, what is everybody else doing as they see what appears to be an entire changeling hive working in the darkness below you? Hundreds, if not thousands, of changelings.
Well, if Luminescence is here to be an ambassador, we need to watch our footing very carefully.
It's quite clear, even to you, that Luminescence is not himself.
Luminescence, I think this place is starting to get to you. We need you here in one piece, both body and mind. Snap out of it.
Roll me a mind.
Oh yes.
And I give
it's getting
a very gentle.
No, of course this place is getting into me. It's deep within my heart.
Yep. Roll me your mind, luminescence, as you try to snap out of it, to come back to your senses. Instead of being one with the hive, roll me a mind. This is a downgrade, remember. You kind of like, you're still under the effects, right? Still under the effects. But you're kind of like blinking, like, whoa, what is going on here? And you do like notice the dangers, that these changelings are not like you, not brightly colored, not optimistic, not anything like you. It reminds you of something much darker.
Well, yes, part of our own history. So I'm going to try and stop moving for a minute, see if I can manage to do that much.
Oh yeah, you do so.
Okay.
You do so. You
I
stop.
whisper to Luminescence, I think it's best we get outside as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Then we'll talk more.
All right, I'll see if I can head toward the exit here.
Sure. You do so. You're currently under your own command.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
But prior to when you rolled that natural one, you weren't yourself, to be clear.
well, yes, I was wondering how long that would last, or how what it would take to overcome.
Well, you're not sure. You didn't think you would be overcome like that in the past. You're you're homesick, right? You're homesick to your brethren and sisters, right?
Yeah, that's all true.
But something is wrong here. Something just isn't right, and it snaps you out just in time before you make yourself known.
Well,
do you
so
do?
here's the interesting question, I guess. Is it something that's not right about, the changelings in that they are not loving and friendly, or is it something even deeper, more sinister, like they've been overcome by greed or envy or something?
Roll me a mind. Don't forget, you're still at a downgrade.
Right. Oh, sorry.
You're not quite sure. You're not quite sure.
Okay.
Because you've suffered through this before, right? Under Queen Chrysalis. You haven't felt this dark pool before.
Right. So that's something to consider. Look into a little bit more. If they have been overcome by something even worse than Chrysalis or a villainous leader like that, I do think we have a moral duty to help them if we can.
The question is, are we in over our heads on this? 4 of us against thousands?
Well, that is an important question. Yeah, we certainly don't want to start a fight here. That's not one we would be likely to win.
I didn't come here for a fight anyway either, nor do I wish to fight. But at the same time,
No, I don't think that benefits anybody. So is there a way we can help them without altercation?
that is a very good question. As memory serves, before his transformation, Thorax had Starlight, Trixie, and Discord, and it was just the 4 of them against the entire hive of Chrysalis. Granted, they had to use a lot of stealth, and they just had to move around very quietly and very carefully. and using their own little tricks to fool others who might question things.
Yes, and as I recall of the story, at the end, the only thing that saved them was Thorax going and throwing love and friendship everywhere. They were all caught.
And the friendship was willingly given to them. That was what Professor Headmaster Starlight told. Just if we give them friendship willingly, it cannot harm us. That won't stop them from using physical force, and they can easily imprison us, like they did with all of the others. They even captured Twilight and her friends.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's possible to get them and share love quickly. If there's some way to do that.
I for one am willing to share friendship with changelings if it can change them for good, like it did for your hive.
Well, we know that's at least a possibility in that case. If there's a darker or additional element here that we're not seeing, though, it may not work in the same way. I think the only thing to do is to find a changeling and try.
Granted, while you could easily blend in, the three of us are going to stick out like sore hooves.
Well, even I can shape, change, and look like them and act like them, but I'm still going to smell different. That's something the changelings are very aware of.
Need everybody roll me mind.
Well, we've been talking too long.
And I'm going to spend a token to re-roll that.
Okay. Illuminance, of course, naturally. Summerheart, of course, naturally. There are disguise kits in your bags. Did anybody bring disguise kits?
Didn't really need one.
I was never expecting such subterfuge.
Well, somebody could spend a token of friendship in order to obtain them.
I will do that. I will spend one to obtain a friendship disguise kit.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, is it one per pony?
That's a good question.
Well, like I say, I don't need one. As a changeling, the disguises are very effective and very natural.
Well, I'm also referring to my other two companions.
So, yes, a disguise kit does come with $35 gold cost. Show players.
All right.
If you have a grooming kit, this could apply as well. I guess if you could find some coal or something like that to cover up, if you guys have shovels or spades, or do you have any magical items that could transform you into a changeling?
Nothing at the moment, but I could at least take 35 bits off to apply a disguise kit. As far as anything else goes, I would also take the moment to, let's see, about, I got my one scarf. I'm going to use it to hide the pink crystal rose on the gold chain that I'm wearing around my neck. I'm at least going to hide that under my scarf.
Okay, Luminescence, I need you to morph for me. See if you can transform into one of the changelings that you see below you.
All right, that should be doable.
Remember, you're still suffering a downgrade.
Oh man, for a body roll too?
Yep.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's pretty good. You're stealthed as well. What about you, Blizzard Star? And what about you, Violet Shine? You guys going to blend in?
I might as well try to.
Sure. How are you doing this? Do you have a disguise kit? Do you have a shovel or spade to like get yourself dirty or looking like coal?
Wait, do I have anything?
Do you have any magical items that can transform you into a changeling? How are you going to disguise yourself? You could have manacles and be a prisoner. Lots of things you could do here. You have two
Maybe I can
changelings.
use the manacles.
Excellent. If you have 50 foot of rope, you can wrap it around your hooves. A loose tie, not. Act like a prisoner.
Don't have any of them.
You don't have 50 foot of rope.
Nope.
I do. I have some rope you can borrow.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. So you are going to be tied as a prisoner. Okay. Are you guys ready?
I am ready.
As ready as we're going to be.
Excellent. How are you going to reveal yourselves to the first changeling that you come across?
Well, we're going to take them aside and tell them they have a secret I want to discuss.
The first changeling is a common changeling. I need you to roll me a mind. Luminescence, since this is a hive, I need you to roll me a mind. Yes, you actually identify this creature. This is a changeling. It's a very simple creature, very basic. It is a worker. Yeah, you've identified everything about it. This changeling hisses at you and says, "Who are you?"
Oh, I'm a friend.
Friends? We don't have friends here. Are you a worker, a warrior, or a bodyguard?
Me? Oh, I would say that I'm a warrior at this point.
He looks you up and down, trying to break your stealth. I believe you rolled a 7, right? He looks you up and down. He says, "Yes, you are a changeling. But why do you talk so weird? And why do you call me friend?"
Well, would you rather that I was your enemy?
No, you need to identify your class. You're either a drone, a warrior, or a bodyguard.
As I said, warrior.
A warrior! Oh, forgive me, sire. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. He humbles himself before you and says, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Is this prisoner for the mines? For the fields? Where's this prisoner being taken to?"
Oh, this prisoner is being taken down to feed the young.
May I have a taste of him? He smells so delicious.
Let's see if I can share a meaningful glance over here.
He's going to attempt to charm you. Changeling. In order for him to get a taste of poor Blizzard Star, who's a prisoner. It's a D4. Yeah, D4. You take the lead on this one. He says, "Can I just have a taste?" And he tries to reach out for you, Blizzard Star. But Luminescence, what do you do, Luminescence?
Oh, I am going to to push him back just a little bit.
Ugh.
Like, no, I know this is delicious, but we must restrain ourselves.
Why? The queen has never said so. Am I not a good worker? A warrior.
Oh, you're a fine worker. If you would just come with us and have your fill in a moment.
Oh, yes, I will follow you. Of course. Is this an offering for a queen?
I think that we will have much more for the queen in the near future if this one is as delectable as they appear.
Of course. He cowers before you and allows you to pass. Luminescence, as you enter into this area, you're quite confident that this is the Commons chamber. This is where changelings come in. This is where they change hands and information. This is where the common room area is, right? This is where they gather for instructions and orders and before going further into the mines. What do you do as you enter into this area?
Are there any other changelings around?
Oh, hundreds of thousands. This is the one that first approached you.
Well, yes, I'm just in this room at this particular time.
Oh yeah, not all of them you can see. Some of them are in the ceiling. Some of them are in little holes and nooks and crannies. Some of them are eyeballing each of you and staring at you through the darkness. But as soon as you say you're a warrior, they kind of shrink away from you, right? Kind of fearful as you say that you're a warrior.
I simply add to that by playing the classic silent
bodyguard
personality, but I just give them fierce glares.
They shrink away from you as you stare at them. But they look hungrily at you, of course. Well, not particularly you, but Blizzard Star, who is so vulnerable.
Almost as if to say, this one's mine, go get your own. Almost like that.
None of the drones dare approach you.
Let's keep on moving.
All right, so we're going to go try to find a place that's relatively private.
Sure, roll me a mind. Luminescence, you're a little lost. You're a little lost as you're entering in here and you're a little confused and start wandering around. So much so that another changeling approaches and says, "Brother, are you lost? You seem to not know where you're going."
Have you never enjoyed just taking in the space here? The beauty that is our hive?
Beauty? You mean this hovel of a place? You have clearly not been into the Queen's chambers. Have you not been there, brother?
Surely it is the finest place, but there is something of home that is a way of speaking to the soul.
And whereas I make no vocal response.
Okay. Roll me a charm as you're yeah, this is fine. Don't know no better. I think you both share a laugh of yes, have you seen the Queen's chambers? She's so much better than us. You both laugh at this ha ha ha. You're not quite sure what the joke is, but yeah, it's kind of funny. Not really.
We'll chuckle along. It's obviously the thing to do.
Hiss along. Where do you go as you start getting lost and going down random tunnels?
That's not good. Well, is there a spot that we have found yet where we could basically just be alone?
Roll me a mind as you continue to wander down tunnels.
Well, I don't think wandering down tunnels is the best approach here.
By the way, you are surrounded by tons of changelings. Oh, did you just roll a natural 1?
I may have done.
Would you like to keep that?
No.
Okay.
No, this seems like a very bad situation for natural law.
Okay. Well, you continue down the wrong path. You get questioned once again. He's like, "Warriors do not belong here. This is for drones and drones only. Why do you intrude in my private room or private hole? Does the queen desire something from me? What is it that you want, warrior?"
We wish to share some love.
Roll me a charm.
I will see about assisting him in my own style. Well, it's
Oh, I mean, he's like, "Oh, you have love to give?" And he like opens up his mouth like, "Ah." What do you do as he's like completely vulnerable to you? Yummy, tasty love.
I'm going to try and, remembering the approach that Thorax took to basically share a love beam. I'm not quite sure how he did it, but...
I guess this would be a charm, right?
For me, it just seemed like he opened his... For me, it just felt like Thorax opened his heart.
Okay, well, we'll try it. So yeah, I'm going to share love freely with this changeling and feed him all he can eat.
He rolled a 4 on his defense. Go ahead and roll me a charm against his 4.
Okay.
Oh, well, I may have to roll a d6. What? I might have to roll a d8.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my lord. Would you like to keep that 5 as you attempt to share love with this changeling?
I don't know. What did you get here?
I got a 6. You got a 5.
I will do the same thing, very silent. I'm opening my heart in that silent, subtle way.
Okay. This is particularly between changelings. I don't know how much involved you want to get into this. So, Luminescence, are you going to keep that 5 against that 6?
No, I'm not going to keep that 5. So this is.
Would you like to?
We're going to have to.
I'll help out by giving you.
Yes, you
I'll
can
help out by
cancel.
giving you a friendship token.
He can't. Well, to be clear, you can assist, right, and cancel out his downgrade, right?
Right.
That would be very helpful right now.
Okay, there we go.
I'm just doing that by just silently and just without any of them suspecting. I'm just opening my heart to this changeling and assisting Luminescence.
The DC is currently 6. Go ahead and re-roll your charm. Rolled a 5. Okay. Rolling a 5 again. Awesome. This changeling is like, "What are you doing, brother? What is this? What is this weird feeling that you are doing to me?" And like coughs, like it's like, "What is this? What is this?" He stares at you and his eyes are watering. He's like, "I've never had this before. What are you doing?" And another like changeling starts like crawling out as he's like hearing his companion cough and everything else, like staring at you. What do you guys do as you're starting to draw the attention of other changelings?
Well, we're going to have to double down at this point. I mean, obviously the changeling is feeling something. It's starting to work.
He's like coughing it up and like, is this where he's like puking out rainbows? They're like, "Bleh," so allergic to love. He's just like, "Bleh." It's like, what do you do, Luminescence? As he's like, as you try to share love with this drone, and another drone's
You're
like,
trying to try.
like poking its head out of like one of its holes. It's like, what is going on? What's wrong with him?
I'm gonna try even harder here. I'm gonna double down, even more love, even more intensity.
You're going to, I mean, you're going to love me. You're going to. Okay, this is the last skill check as he tries to resist your love.
Oh,
Okay.
just use my love for crying out loud.
That's another
Can I
crit.
continue to?
Yes, go ahead as he's like puking rainbows. He's literally puking
All right.
rainbows. Oh no! Oh, what is going on here? What is
will.
going on?
I'm going to attempt to do my own here. I'm spending 2
Oh no,
tokens.
no. To be clear, this is you already signed up for this, so he's no longer suffering a downgrade, right? You're already involved,
Right.
so you can't get involved anymore.
So we can't afford to fail here. We're just gonna have to spend the 3 tokens.
Are you going to spend the
do
3
that.
tokens to auto succeed? Okay.
Yes, Summer was already throwing 2 tokens at this anyway. So.
Jeez. Okay, you auto succeed. Tell me how the power of friendship overcomes the darkness of this changeling.
Well, having learned from the experience of Thorax and the previous changelings, using the power of love and sharing it freely, you can finally overcome a lot of the malice and frustration of the changelings by finally filling their souls and their hearts and proving that there is abundance to be had simply by being willing to give and to take freely.
This changeling,
By opening your heart.
this changeling, like eyes clear and suddenly, like instead of like the darkness that was surrounding this creature, its wings begin to shine and shimmer. Its eyes begin to shine and shimmer, and it starts to take a different form, right? Yet it is not completely transformed, as it is like confused, right? It's like, what is this love that I feel? This other changeling's like watching, and it's like slightly confused. I need you to explain what's happening to him. He's like, what's the matter with him? Why has he changed? What did you do to him?
I shared love with him.
Sure.
Gave him enough love that he is filled. And he became the inner darkness, the gnawing hunger is gone.
It's like, I don't feel sick anymore. And the other changeling like looks at you and says, Can you do that to me?
Yes.
He's like, he like stares in confusion, right?
And I again offer to help Luminescence, since on the inside I'm pleased that this changeling is actually asking. Because he's asking for it. He's not forcibly taking it.
Right.
I look to Luminescence and just in that silent way say, we open our hearts to this changeling.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a
Are we
charm.
still at a downgrade now that it's a voluntary?
Okay, to be clear, you're no longer suffering the downgrade because of Summerheart, right? Go ahead and roll me a charm as you attempt to change this changeling onto your side. You have to beat my 2.
All right, I did roll.
Was it an 8?
Probably. It was the last D10 that was rolled.
Yes. This changeling feels the power of love course through him. And he seems to like recognize that. And he seems to be awakened. It's like, wow, this is interesting. This is fascinating. What is this love feeling that I'm feeling? It's all tingly and stuff. This is when the changeling drones. He's like, have you shown the queen? Have you told the queen about this? This love that you have found.
This is a new discovery. I need to make sure that they can test it and share it around and that it works before we take it to the queen.
Yes, we must show others.
Yes.
Yes. They begin following you, right? It's like, brother,
Okay.
we must go to the queen and show her this.
Not immediately. As I say, we must show others, and we must make sure it is perfect before we take it to the queen.
Yes, yes, yes. Where are you going with this?
Well, I'm going to start sharing love with as many changelings as I can, and see if I can get a sort of the ball rolling on a.
So to be clear, they haven't completely transformed. Only like their eyes and their wings have like that shimmer about them.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So I didn't do it quite right, I guess. Wonder. So here's something you might want to try. Just, turning to the two changelings. Why don't you try sharing love with each other?
They like stare at each other like, I don't know how.
Well, that's what I'm going to try and show them then. What I did, open up and open my heart and share the love that I have.
I will help demonstrate by going to luminescence, and I just give him a hug. I just demonstrate silently.
Yeah, I will hug back enthusiastically.
Excellent. Let's see here. Now, here's a good question. Are you sure you want to do this?
Why would we not want to do this?
Oh, just asking.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's usually a concern when the GM starts asking these questions, but typically I can think of, harms that might result. I'm a little short on those right now.
I'm just curious, that's all.
Well, what do you think, Summer?
Currently, you are stealthed.
We're trying our best to show them. But then again, they haven't seen me yet. Actually, have luminescence. Oh gosh, how to do this? I can't just drop the disguise.
So currently, the only thing that's changed on them has been their back wings and their eyes, right?
Right.
As you have showed them love. There's 2 of them so far. And they watched you hug, and then they like imitate and they hug each other, right? And they kind of like smile at each other as they like feel like a tingling sensation between them.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right. So far, so good.
They smile at you and say, yes, this is love. I don't know how much the queen will like this.
You don't think the queen would like to have more love?
Of course not. You know where we get our food from.
Of course, but if there is an abundance of love, then you don't have to go hunt for people to get more love, or you don't have to go outside the hive and starve half the time. That's part of the reason I wanted to bring this to you.
Oh, brother, that's not what we do here. Shall we show you?
Would you not want something different than what you're currently doing?
No, this is tasty and this is good, but that is not what we do now. Where did you learn this?
Would you? Oh, I learned it outside a bit. I have had many interesting experiences in my journeys as a warrior.
This tastes so much better than what we feed upon.
Yes, this is the finest quality of love, freely given.
We feed on something different. Shall we show you? I understand that a warrior would not know what this is. He presents what appears to be some sort of fungus.
Okay, now I'm curious.
Shall we show you the farms, brother? I know a warrior would never dare go in there, but I will show you.
Well, yes, if you're... It would be useful to know what it is that you are eating at the moment.
Do you want to go to the farms, the storage units, the queen, or the egg chambers?
Let us first go to the farm.
Oh, okay. Follow me, brother. You went the wrong way. It's back this way. He begins guiding you down the path that you were not supposed to go down. Into here. One of the changelings notices, he's like, warriors do not belong here. Stand back.
I again give the guard a fierce look.
You have to overcome his 3, as he's like trying to stop you from like entering into the farm. Warriors don't belong here.
Is it a body, mind, or charm?
It's a charm. He's trying to scare you.
Are you going to stand in the way of important business?
I'm going to attempt to re-roll first.
Well, yeah, he is going to scare you, Summerheart. Maybe 3.
I'm attempting a re-roll.
Sure. 2. A drone. Oh my God. What is going on here? A drone threatens you, both of you. He says, under the queen's orders, you, warriors, are not allowed into the farm. Know your place, warriors, and go to where you belong. I can't believe he overcame you. That is wild. This drone believes in his queen.
I give a look to Luminescence and just give one of those good luck nods, but I'm just going to be over here. Although I give the guard another disappointed look, and then I just drag Blizzard Star back.
Do we need to re-roll this then?
Well, you rolled a natural 1, and Summerheart rolled a 2.
Yes, so I'm thinking of re-roll as in order here.
Sure. Guys, I'm seriously rolling a 4 against you guys. I'm just telling you right now, it's just super unlucky. I don't know what to tell you. You guys should blow past this. There we go, a 6. The drone kind of like cowers before you. He's like, sorry, sir. Sorry. Warrior can go where he likes. Forgive me. And he gets out of your way.
And with that, I no longer give him the fierce look.
Okay.
I just go back to my neutral face.
Surrounded by drones, they begin escorting you onto the farm, the quote-unquote farm. It is here where you see what appears to be luminescent fungi. Make sure you're at the right place. This is another changeling greets you. He says, "Why have you come down here?" You see what appears to be bioluminescent grubs hanging off the wall. He says, "You will need this," and he gives you a luminescent grub. Each of you a luminescent grub. It's a little insect that fits in the palm of your hand.
And we'll take the grub and use it, I suppose, to light the way.
The changeling begin to guide you down into the farm. This is where you see what appears to be intelligent, sentient mushrooms, all huddling in the darkness, afraid of the changeling. This is where the drone says, this is where our food comes from. This is not love. One of the little fungus tries to get away from you, but of course it's a fungus. It moves incredibly slow, and it hides and shrinks away from the approaching party.
Well, so what are you fucking off of them then, if not love? And these are intelligent creatures. They have love to give.
They tell you, like, don't you understand, brother? What we do is we feed off of their pain and suffering as we consume both their body and their mental energies. Would you like a taste?
I suppose I could try a little, but it sounds bitter. Not nearly as good as the flavors of love.
Excellent. One of the changelings grabs the fungus, right? It begins wailing as it offers you the mushroom. It says something in its strange language, almost pleading or begging, but you know better. This is just a mushroom after all, right?
So I'm going to take the mushroom, and I'm going to pick it up, examine it carefully.
You see what appears... on its stalk, it has what appears to be a face, and it seems to be like screaming as it's within your hoof.
Yes, I'm going to give it a hug and call it, talk gently, and I'm going to share everything I can to give it a better day.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a charm. You do not suffer a downgrade here. It is not a changeling. Got a 7. It begins like calm itself, right? As you embrace it. It seems to like not shiver in fear and fearful of your fangs around that you currently have. One of the changelings notices this, right? And he says, "What are you doing hugging that thing? You should eat it."
Think about what we did earlier. How did you get the best meal? How did you get the most sustenance out of our interaction? It wasn't from trying to suck me dry to feed on my pain. No. The love. What exactly is this? What I'm sharing with this mushroom right now?
Says that's disgusting. You're hugging a mushroom. He says it'd be like hugging a steak or hugging a pot pie. What are you doing?
I then speak up and ask the question: have you ever tried it yourself?
Like he walks over as you say this, and like one of the mushrooms are like screaming in its hooves, and he just like takes it and bites off the end of the cap. It's screaming all the way, by the way, as it does this.
No doubt.
And then he just pops it in his mouth, and you can see like the green juices, right? As it's like getting munched. That's how you take care of a mushroom. Very meaty, very delicious.
Oh, have you ever seen a pot pie that tries to run away?
So to be clear, the changeling doesn't know what a pot pie is.
Well, it was referenced earlier, so.
Yeah. I'm as a DM, how I describe it. Yeah.
Well, I take a moment here. I see that one mushroom over here, and
it's
I
like,
just approach it.
Eat, brother, eat, it will fill you.
I take that one. I pick it up.
Sure.
And I bring it over to where I was here. I'm just picking it up.
Okay.
And then I copy the same thing Luminescence did by simply hugging it. Not only in that loving way, but also I put up almost like I'm protecting it. Having seen what just happened to that one, I'm gonna at least try and protect this one with a hug.
Like the two changelings who are farmers down here, like look at each other and like look at you, and they're like a little confused. They like stare at each other and then stare at you. And
Are
like,
those the two that came down with us?
no, these are farmers. These are farmer drones that attend the crops.
Well, here, let me go over and share love with them.
Sure. Then roll me a charm.
I'm helping him out here, and I'm just holding on to this one mushroom gently.
Okay, wild. They both like try to they start to feel empathy, right? For the first time in their lives, they start to feel empathy towards the poor creatures that they have been harvesting all their lives. Both of them like kind of side with you and like, what are we doing? And they're kind of like, these are sentient creatures. Isn't there like a better way? And you show them a better way, and they're like, I guess we could do that.
Yes, that is what I would suggest you begin doing. I think every creature will benefit.
I simply nod in approval to Luminescence's words, backing him up.
But this is only a small farm. There are many others further down.
Yes, and here's the great thing about it. The more you can share love, the more you can help to teach other changelings and show them the benefits that accrue if we share love with each other. The more it will be possible to convert those farms as well.
The changelings like nod in agreement. They're like, yes, this is a much better way. I don't know why we've been eating sentient plants to begin with.
I don't either. That seems
so I assume you go around each of the farms?
We will start with the
Oh
farms.
yeah, we're just going to kind of go place by place, finding changelings we haven't gotten to yet. Try and share with them the joys of love and all that, and start a broad-based conversion process.
Here's a good question. Are you gathering the mushrooms with you?
If they can follow, sure.
Okay, so to be clear, you quickly discover that the harvesting of these mushrooms is very, very particular. You find out that there are the orange. Algara, I need you to roll me a mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The DC is 8.
Oh, mind by that.
You don't know anything much about the orange Algara except for what the changelings tell you. They're very tasty and delicious for, what you need to avoid.
By mushroom standards.
They take you down south. This is where they find the blue Algara. Once again, you find another changeling, which you easily convert. These are mostly drones, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You share the love with them.
Yeah.
And they start questioning, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why are we eating these poor mushrooms? You quickly discover that there are hundreds of thousands of these Algara. Orange, blue, and green.
Oh.
Right.
And do they give different power-ups?
No. Unfortunately.
Whereas in my mind, I was thinking it's very unusual. I never heard of changelings that fed on creatures in this way. After all, changelings don't consume ponies. They just fed on their love.
Their emotions.
But when given willingly, that was something else. but the fact that these changelings are feeding off of fear, pain, and suffering, and are actually consuming living creatures is something I never heard of before.
Well, if you want maximum level of fear, pain, and suffering, physical assault is a great way to get it.
This is certainly something, and if this were an out of character, well, if were ever a moment for us to get some quiet together, I would whisper to Luminescence very quietly, Thorax would want to know about this.
Well, yes, Thorax will hear a full report of this when we get back to the school and the hive. But first, we have to finish sharing love with every changeling here.
Indeed.
The farms fall quite easily and quickly to your alternative and tasty love. Finding more delight in the delectables of love than it is to the screaming cries of those that they are in charge to look after. Where do you go next after they share love with each other? The farms fall quickly. Where do you go next?
Well, at this point, are the changelings actually going full multicolor, or is it still just a slight change in their eyes and wings?
Eyes and wings only so far.
Is there also a moment where we can get some privacy to ourselves?
Absolutely not. This is a changeling hive.
Okay, so
It's hard enough just
not even a changeling latrine.
No. It's like changelings live on top of each other. Literally live on top of each other.
Oy.
So even like in this like farm area, which would be considered rural, there's like changelings all over the place. So think of it as an ant colony, right?
Oh, indeed.
Yep. So think of yourself as an ant with no privacy. Everything is done by the hive, and you can see, right? Even with you not fully changing each one individually, you can see like changelings changing slowly as you march through, right? So even changelings like you haven't even met are starting to like share love, and their eyes are starting to change, and their wings are starting to change.
Well, that's excellent. That's what we're trying to achieve, to get this taking on a life of its own so that it doesn't require us to each individually do it, and the changelings begin to understand how to do it themselves. Is it moving beyond the farms yet?
Currently, you've only stepped foot into the farms. There are other places that you could venture forth, and you can hear the changelings chitter-chatter like, we should give it to the others. There are others.
Yes. Which others would you recommend we start with?
The storage units are a good place to start.
Okay. Let us go there.
You head to the storage units.
Ooh.
Paste. Make sure that you guys are moving
Okay.
over.
Excellent.
You guys moved over. Yep, okay. You head over to the storage units. I need you to roll me a mind.
All of us or Luminescence?
All of you, because you've all hung out with changelings before. Yeah, Luminescence knows.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Wow, okay. Summerheart knows too. So both of you know that the storage units are usually where they kept the prisoners. You step down into the prison cells. Followed by two changelings which first accompanied you. And they seem nervous, the two changelings that are following you. They're like, you need to be careful. This is where the guards are. Drones aren't allowed down in the storage units. You also know Luminescence, and you also know Summerheart, that here, the changelings are slightly stronger. These are more of like guards and warriors.
Well, I myself,
Right.
I myself
That makes sense.
If simply asked,
But
I would have simply said in one word, warrior, which is
on the
not
upside, I have been.
which is fairly truthful.
We shouldn't be questioned as to whether we're supposed to be there as much, at least. Warriors would be allowed in this area.
You approach what appears to be the first cell. What do you do as you come across this green, oozy liquid? What do you do,
Take a look and
Luminescence?
see what is in there, if anything.
Roll me a mind as you
Green,
speak.
oozy liquid? Is this the same stuff that covered the eggs in the other hives?
Yes, very much so. It's a very sticky
Yeah,
substance.
I guess. Yes, and the prisoners will be inside the egg-like sac. All right.
What do you do as you approach the first obstacle? Some sort of green slime stops your way.
Okay, well, just have to push it aside.
Okay, roll me a body as you attempt to push it aside. Interesting. I assume it's the first one. Luminescence, tell me how you start getting stuck in the slimy green web. Did you hear me, Luminescence?
He went mute again.
Okay. Luminescence sticks his hoof on the green slime and gets his hoof stuck. What does everyone else do?
I move over to help him out.
Sure.
Grab him by the backside and just yank him back.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me a body. Yeah. You yank him off the green slime. What do you do? Currently, there is a green, slimy web blocking your guys' path into the storage units. What do you do?
Well, we're going to see if we can freeze the slime.
Sure. How are you doing this?
I will give him a hand. I will give Luminescence a hoof in this.
So, Luminescence, you're supposed to eat the stuff. That's what you're supposed to do and regurgitate it back up to put up the defenses again.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
I was
Well,
because since I'm not a changeling,
yeah.
I know nothing about their architecture.
Yep.
If that's what we've got to do, then that's what we've got to do.
Go ahead and roll me a body as you attempt to eat the webbing. Tell me how you get your foot stuck.
Same way as before. You put your foot in it to try and move it. In this case, to eat it, and it doesn't move.
Yep. You actually get your foot stuck. You're like, I'm not sure this is how I'm supposed to do this.
Again, I roll my eyes and again yank him back.
Yep, pop him out. Oh, that's 3 tries. I think we hear like a ding, right? Like there's a bell on the ding, right?
Yep.
And this is where we hear like a slight ding of like a failure.
Uh-oh. I think I'm only counting 2 myself.
2 out of 3 failures.
Well, okay.
What do you do, Luminescence?
Well, gonna look around for anybody coming in response to that bell.
Currently, it's just a slight ding, right? Like a wind blowing or someone simply passing. So it's just a dink, dink, dink.
I see. Well, I guess we got to try to eat it again.
There you go. Let's see what you can do. Roll me a body.
Uh-huh. Come on.
There we go. Luminescence, you obtain a 10 by 10 slime netting.
Oh, joy.
By 10 slime netting. What do you do with it as you obtain it?
Well,
The
going to have
passageway
to,
opens up for you.
store it out of the way so we can get through the passageway.
Okay.
And I believe you were saying at that point that you replaced it?
Yeah. Are you going to?
Yes.
Okay. The net is back up. In the distance, you can see what appears to be several changelings gathered around what appears to be several pods. Inside them, you can see the liquefied bodies of those who would dare challenge the changeling hive. Is this where we leave it? As like changelings are like crawling over the goo of emotions? I think one of them looks at you and goes, Is this where we end this episode as we see in the distance hundreds, if not thousands, of cocoons in one chamber?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Excellent. We'll see you folks in the next episode. Bye.
Thank you once again.